Now on Good Morning Northwest, new documents released in the Jeffrey Epstein case. The documents include references to President Trump, but the DOJ is calling it sensationalist.
I'm tracking rainy, cloudy, and breezy Christmas Eve conditions, what you can expect out on the roads in my holiday travel forecast.
And a popular highway for cross-state travel remains closed. Find out when Governor Bob Ferguson expects Stevens Pass to reopen for drivers. You're watching Good Morning Northwest on 4 News Now. Good morning, Northwest. I'm Rob King. Robin and Natalie have the morning off. It is Wednesday, December 24th. That is Christmas Eve, and Mary Sheridan is here filling in for Matt Gray with your first alert forecast.
Good morning, Rob. Here's a live look at our radar outside. You can see that precipitation moving through the Spokane and Coeur d'Alene area. It's going to be a rainy and cloudy Christmas Eve. Here it is a little bit closer, passing through Spokane, Coeur d'Alene. But right now it's above freezing, and that is going to continue as the morning goes on. Those showery conditions also continuing Thursday and Friday. So if you're heading back home from your travel plans, expect some wet roads there. Our best chance for a rain-snow mix is on Friday, but those temperatures are just too high for a white Christmas. Rob?
All right, Mary, thanks. Well, this morning, more fallout after the Department of Justice releases 30,000 additional files related to convicted sex offender Jeffrey Epstein. Some of them reference President Trump and other high-profile men. ABC's Nicole D'Antonio is in Washington with the details.
This morning, new details in the more than 30,000 pages the Justice Department released into convicted sex offender Jeffrey Epstein. At least one email referencing President Donald Trump sent from a federal prosecutor to unknown recipients, flagging that flight records from the 90s reflect that Donald Trump traveled on Jeffrey Epstein's private jet many more times than previously has been reported or that we were aware, including during the period we would expect to charge in a Maxwell case. Those documents later became public during Maxwell's 2021 trial. DOJ officials saying in a statement that some of the latest documents in this batch contain untrue and sensationalist claims against President Trump, but did not specify which documents it's referring to.
The job of the Department of Justice is to represent the United States of America in court and in legal matters. It is not to represent the personal interests of the president.
Another new email shows the FBI pursued possible Epstein accomplices the day after he was arrested in 2019, asking for an update on the status of the 10 co-conspirators. But this summer, the Justice Department said there was not enough evidence to warrant prosecuting anyone else in connection to Epstein, and Maxwell was the only co-conspirator ever charged. And this morning, growing anger from the survivors of convicted sex offender Jeffrey Epstein, suggesting authorities should have stopped his crimes years earlier. Top Democrats on Capitol Hill now calling for an investigation into how this 1996 FBI tip was ignored, a child pornography complaint accusing Epstein of stealing photos of 12 and 16-year-old girls, possibly to be sold. And right now, co-conspirator Ghislaine Maxwell is serving a 20-year prison sentence for sex trafficking of minors and other offenses. Nicole D'Antonio, ABC News, Washington.
The North Central Washington Special Investigations Unit is looking into an incident after a man was shot and killed while law enforcement was serving a search warrant. This happened near Tenasket in Okanogan County on December 19th. Law enforcement says during the execution of the warrant, the suspect, who was armed with a shotgun, contacted members of the Marshal Service. A shooting occurred between law enforcement and the suspect, who died at the scene. The investigation is ongoing. Spokane police say a suspect in a sexual assault investigation has been arrested in Connecticut. The police department says they began investigating 42-year-old Ryan Cheek back in July over allegations of rape involving a woman he was romantically involved with. Investigators say video evidence not only supports the victim's claims, but also shows Cheek exposing himself to a young girl at the same home. SPD says Cheek left Spokane after learning about the investigation and was believed to have returned to his home state of Connecticut. The U.S. Marshals tracked him down and took Cheek into custody. He now awaits extradition back to Spokane. On the lower South Hill, a section of Washington Street between 8th and 6th Avenues is closed while crews repair the roadway. The repairs were needed after a water main break last week that left the asphalt damaged. Crews had to dig up the street and repair that water line, and now they're replacing the asphalt with concrete. It's expected that the road will reopen sometime today. And so many of us traveling for the holidays this week, and if you're headed out west, there are some closures you'll want to know about. Right now, Highway 2 closed in both directions on Stevens Pass, and that closure extends from just past Leavenworth to Skykomish. People are encouraged to use Snoqualmie Pass, Blewett Pass, and State Route 28 through Quincy for any cross-state travel. Now, the closure, due to the massive damage that was caused by that recent rain and flooding, you can see in these photos from the Department of Transportation, flooding washed out roads in many places. Washington Governor Bob Ferguson said last week Highway 2 could be closed for months for repairs. Good morning, Northwest. Time is 6:05. Well, if you were holding out hope for a white Christmas, doesn't look like it'll happen. Mary Sheridan, what are we tracking?
We'll expect rainy and cloudy conditions for your Christmas Eve, but there may be time for you to sneak in a walk later this afternoon. I'll help you plan that out in my Plan Your Day segment coming up next.
All right, Mary, thanks. And the Trump administration beginning to target student loan borrowers in default. Coming up next, when notices will begin going out before your wages may be garnished. And a postal worker on the East Coast spreading some holiday cheer. After the break, we'll meet Scott Phillips, a.k.a. Buddy the Elf. That's next on Good Morning Northwest.
Live stream KXLY Plus on the 4 News Now app.
4 News Now weather is brought to you by Coeur d'Alene Casino Resort Hotel.
Everyone's gearing up for the holidays. The best friend.
Happy together.
And the first timer. The neighborhood hero. And the out-of-towners. And it all comes together in a Chevrolet.
It's Chevy Red Tag. Well-qualified buyers can get 0% financing on this Silverado with over $7,900 total value. Plus, Costco executive members can get a $12.50 members-only incentive.
I wanted some place that would take care of my current and future needs. I can't imagine living anywhere else.
There's concerns you have with the home. Those concerns are gone. We have a cottage. They do almost everything.
I have a problem and boom, there's somebody at the front door. Everything we need, plus in our cottages.
When I decided it was time for me to leave a big house that I was rambling in around by myself, it was just a kind of a no-brainer.
With less burning, itching, and pain from moderate to severe plaque psoriasis, imagine being a million miles away. With Tremfya, clearer skin is possible. Most people saw 100% clear skin that stayed clear even at 5 years. Serious allergic reactions and increased risk of infections and liver problems may occur. Before treatment, your doctor should check you for infections and TB. Tell your doctor if you have an infection, flu-like symptoms, or if you need a vaccine. Imagine being a million miles away. Ask your doctor about Tremfya.
Whether planning your big day or needing a final touch, the Spokane Wedding Expo is for you. Experience firsthand all the aspects of a great wedding. Food, fashion, photography, and flowers all in one place. For tickets, visit SpokaneWeddingsAndEvents.com.
I have something for you.
I have something for you, too.
Get 0% APR on select Sierra 1500 models. ShopDaveSmith.com.
Welcome back. Here's a look at what's new on Good Morning Northwest. The U.S. Supreme Court will not allow President Donald Trump to deploy the National Guard to Chicago to protect ICE agents. The Tuesday's decision was a rare loss at the High Court for the White House, as Trump has sought to send troops to multiple American cities. Federal law allows a president to federalize the National Guard when he can no longer execute the laws of the United States with regular forces. A debate arose during the case about whether that term, regular forces, means the regular military or all federal agents, such as those who work for Immigration and Customs Enforcement. The court's decision was delivered 2 months after the Trump administration filed its emergency appeal. Two-term Republican Wyoming Congresswoman Harriet Hageman now running for the U.S. Senate, and she hopes to succeed GOP Senator Cynthia Lummis, who is retiring. Hageman, who announced her campaign on Tuesday, strong supporter of President Trump, and was with his support in 2022 primary that she helped oust Republican Congresswoman Liz Cheney, a vocal Trump critic. Trump continued his support on Tuesday, saying Hageman has his complete and total endorsement. Former CIA Director John Brennan accusing the Justice Department of, quote, irregular activity in an investigation. In a letter, Brennan's attorney says that the alleged activity includes possible judge shopping and improper leaks to the media. The letter says Brennan is the target of a grand jury investigation launched out of Florida. The matter concerns a years-old intelligence assessment about Russian meddling in the 2016 presidential election. Brennan's lawyer is calling on the chief judge of Florida's Southern District to scrutinize alleged DOJ efforts to funnel the proceedings to the courthouse of Judge Eileen Cannon. Trump administration set to go after student loan borrowers in default. An Education Department official says the government will start garnishing wages of people who have not made a student loan payment in at least 270 days. First notices will go out to those in default during the first week in January. It's representing about 1,000 borrowers. That number expected to increase in the coming months. In April, the Education Department said more than 5 million borrowers were in default. Nearly 4 million more were delinquent, and that means they hadn't made a payment in more than 90 days.
Expect cloudy and rainy conditions this Christmas Eve. Our highest chance for showers is from 10 to 12 this morning, and the cloudy and rainy conditions continue in the afternoon, although the rain should taper off after noon. Maybe you can sneak a walk in there. Our high is close to 50 degrees, so no need for a winter coat, but maybe have a raincoat just in case. Tonight, it's going to be cloudy but clear for Santa to deliver gifts to all the kids in our region.
When they see me and stuff, and it just everybody lights up. Their reaction is worth its weight in gold. Sometimes I go up to some of the doors to say hi to them. Sometimes it's on a ring if they're not home. And I do it like, hi, buddy, say hi, so they can get it later if they miss me.
Well, this is Scott Phillips, a United States postal worker in Massachusetts, except during Christmas when he becomes Buddy the Elf. Phillips says he's been dressing up as Buddy since 2011, sometimes even braving sub-zero temperatures in the iconic green and yellow suit. Now, why? Well, Scott says it's because he loves bringing joy to people and making them smile. What a good thing to do. How fun. Well, good morning, Northwest. Time is 6:12. Well, sometimes you may feel a little fed up with your neighbors. But in one Maryland neighborhood, a fight between an HOA and one family's lights could be heading to the courtroom. That's still to come on Good Morning Northwest. We're taking a live look right now over downtown Spokane. You can see the Christmas lights over at the arena. That's nice to see, and still some of that rain that's making the ground reflective. We'll be right back on Good Morning Northwest.
Winter is here. From ice storms to thunder snow, the 4 News Now First Alert team looks back at the wildest weather in the inland Northwest, so you're ready for whatever hits next.
Watch Into the Cold tonight at 5 on 4 News Now.
Satay Bistro, Coeur d'Alene's culinary extravaganza of American fusion dining. From our extensive wine cellar to our unforgettably decadent menu, we'll move your experience beyond ordinary to the extraordinary. Satay Bistro, just off the 4th Street exit in Coeur d'Alene.
So what are you thinking?
I'm thinking about our honeymoon. What about Africa? Safari. Swim with elephants. Hot air balloon rides. Lions growling in the giraffes that come in through your window. Wait, can we afford a safari?
Great question. Like everything, it takes a little planning.
Or put the money towards a down payment.
With enough room for a baby.
Babies.
Baby.
Let's take a look at those scenarios.
JP Morgan Wealth Management has advisors in Chase branches and tools like Wealth Plan to help keep you on track. When you're planning for it all, the answer is JP Morgan Wealth Management.
At Parker Subaru, adventure doesn't wait. With a large inventory of Crosstreks, Outbacks, Foresters, and Ascents, your Subaru is ready right now.
New or used, Subaru has delivered decades of legendary longevity, rock-solid reliability, and award-winning safety.
It's the 2025 Subaru Share the Love event. With every new Subaru purchased or leased, Subaru and Parker Subaru are donating a minimum of $325 to charity now through January 2nd.
When you're in a car wreck, we're not just here to fight for you. We're here as a family.
When I reached out to Craig Swaff and Associates, it got started right away. They made sure I received everything I was owed.
One call, that's all.
509-999-9999.
Coeur d'Alene Denture Clinic is locally owned and operated and has been providing personalized, comfortable, and satisfying care to our clients for over 30 years. Our licensed denturists are trained in the latest techniques in the construction, development, and preparatory work of a denture. Full dentures, implant attachments, repairs, fittings, adjustments, we do it all. Every denture is made to look as close as possible to your natural teeth. With our knowledge and friendly staff, competitive costs, and quality of service, you'll leave Coeur d'Alene Denture Clinic smiling.
Escape to Mississauga Casino Hotel, just north of Spokane on Highway 395 near Chewelah. Enjoy the region's only non-smoking casino, featuring exciting ways to win, delicious food options, and a beautiful hotel to book your next getaway. Relax, rejuvenate, and discover more fun with our hotel amenities, including a sparkling pool, modern fitness center, and a convenient ski locker room designed for guests heading to the slopes. Plan your perfect staycation and book today at Mississauga.com.
Satay Bistro, Coeur d'Alene's culinary extravaganza of American fusion dining. From our extensive wine cellar to our unforgettably decadent menu, we'll move your experience beyond ordinary to the extraordinary. Satay Bistro, just off the 4th Street exit in Coeur d'Alene.
4 News Now is brought to you by the Coeur d'Alene Convention and Visitors Bureau.
Sign up for the 4 News Now Daily Local at KXLY.com.
Welcome back. Time right now, 6:15. A battle over Christmas lights in Maryland, moving from the rooftop to the courtroom. A family says their homeowners association trying to fine them into submission. But for now, the lights are staying on. ABC's Sophie Flay has more.
Nothing says Christmas like holiday lights.
Everybody come out quick, look at the lights!
But who decides how many lights are too many?
It's definitely like a jaw-dropping scene, why are we getting fined for Christmas lights?
Supoli and Pahan Salgado tell us they look forward all year to decorating their Germantown, Maryland home.
Right around Thanksgiving is when we start decorating the outside of our house. And last year we had a big, each year we have big displays called the Salgado Family Christmas Display.
But their homeowners association, Middlebrook Manor South, is saying bah humbug, ordering them to take the lights down or receive a fine of $50 a day.
It's out of this world. It's this holiday that's celebrated across the world. How is the HOA supposed to stop that?
The fine started last Christmas when the Salgados admit they had a much bigger display. They say this year they toned down the display significantly, but it still was too much for the HOA. They warned that if the decorations don't come down, the fine will be going up.
And what they're doing is just hate.
But the Salgados are not backing down and have hired a lawyer who says the enforcement appears inconsistent and unfair. He says they're going to challenge the fines and is confident they will win.
Sophie Flay, ABC News, New York.
Okay.
Well, before the big night arrives, we're already keeping track of one very important traveler, and that's Santa Claus. NORAD tracking Santa's journey around the world this morning, watching as he makes his way across time zones, delivering all the gifts to the good boys and girls. Now, NORAD using radar, satellites, and a little holiday magic. So far, Santa Claus right on schedule. He's flying over Japan, what I'm being told right now. So that's exciting. Way over on the other side of the world, making his way to the inland Northwest. So if you're up early with the kids, you can tell them Santa's getting ready for the big night ahead. Very exciting, and we'll keep tabs on Santa throughout the show. And Mary Sheridan is here as well, tracking what kind of conditions Santa can expect when he makes his way here.
Things are looking nice and dry for Santa, actually. He and his reindeer should be able to avoid a lot of those showers that we're seeing right now. Here's a live look over Spokane and Coeur d'Alene. 37 degrees in Spokane, 38 degrees, in Coeur d'Alene. Those excuse me here. Let me see where we're at with our graphics. Here are 4 things you need to know about your Christmas Eve and holiday forecasts. Wet and cloudy today. A breezy afternoon is in store for us here in Spokane, Coeur d'Alene area. Some showers are expected on Christmas, but that cold and dry weather that we are used to here in Spokane is ahead, and I'll tell you about that in just a second. Now, let's take a look at our radar live right now. You can see that precipitation moving through our region pretty well. And if we look ahead to the future, the dry pocket you have to head out on your Christmas Eve travel is it's going away, because look at that, 11 a.m. This is when we're peak showers in Spokane and Coeur d'Alene, but it's going to dry out as the day moves along. So if you need to go take a walk the dog, I would recommend after 2 p.m. Now, when you're going to bed tonight, it's going to be dry outside. Like I mentioned, Santa is going to have good conditions there. And then as you wake up in the morning, we are going to be dry until about 4 p.m. That's when the showers are going to be hitting on Christmas Day. And that wet weather is going to continue into our Friday as well. But then we're going to go back to those cool, crisp, dry conditions as we get into our weekend. But it is going to be windy today. Let me show you. Our most active time is going to be 3 p.m., 17 miles per hour with gusts anywhere from 20 to 25 miles per hour. So, you know, you may not need the big winter coat because it's not going to be cold, but those breezes, I don't know, those can hit sometimes. Over on the west side, our friends are under a high wind watch until 7 p.m. tonight. They may see gusts of 50 or 60 miles per hour. So make sure those Christmas decorations are nice and secured if you have family over there or you're heading over there today. Closer to home, a freezing rain advisory is in place for our northern region, Republic and Winthrop. And down in Idaho and eastern Washington, Pomeroy, Lewiston, that Nez Perce County area is under another high wind watch as well. But that is set to kind of die out around 2 p.m. today. If you're heading over the pass, Snoqualmie is expected 2 to 4 inches of snow accumulation through Christmas. Stevens Pass is closed. Little accumulation in 4th of July and Lookout. It's probably going to be rain or a rain-snow mix, but definitely check before you head out. Now, if you're planning for our Christmas, it's going to be showery, rain-snow mix on Friday, and then a cold, crisp, clear, sunny weekend is on the horizon. Rob?
All right, Mary, thanks. Sorry to the folks who are expecting a white Christmas. Unfortunately, not this year. Your Good Morning Northwest time is 6:21. The Seattle Seahawks, division leaders in the NFC West, solid 12-3 record, and players being recognized by both the league and the fans. After the break, we'll tell you the 6 fellas that are heading to the Pro Bowl, and that's ahead in morning sports. And we're looking at not just pro athletes, a freshman Gonzaga basketball player making waves for her play on the court. We'll have the details coming up on Good Morning Northwest.
Live stream KXLY Plus on the 4 News Now app.
When you get injured in a car accident, you're going to have to fight with a big insurance company
who make huge profits by paying out small settlements.
That's when you call Russell and Hill.
Call 800-LAW-0842.
At Parker Toyota, our commitment to you begins the moment you drive off the lot in your new vehicle.
We have more Toyota Master Diagnostic technicians than anyone in the Northwest.
That means our technicians are the most experienced at identifying and fixing any mechanical issues, ensuring that your Toyota receives the care it deserves.
Open 7 days a week. Call or go online to schedule your appointment at parkertoyota.com.
For memories you can't make online. Experience the magic of the holidays at River Park Square.
Join the Circle of Life at the Lion King. Experience the world's #1 musical. Don't miss your chance to see The Lion King, one of the most awe-inspiring productions ever brought to life on stage.
Give the gift that roars, coming to Spokane for 3 weeks only this January. Get your tickets today at BroadwaySpokane.com.
After I decided my pain was too much, and my doctor actually suggested that I do visit the Good Feet store. Pretty amazing when they put the arch supports in your shoe and you walk around and you realize there's not pain, and you think, how can this arch support in my shoe make my back pain go away? But it works. And how can it make my knee pain go away? It was incredible.
Hip, knee, or back pain? See if Arch Supports can help you at the Good Feet store.
When you get injured in a car accident, you're going to have to fight with a big insurance company
who make huge profits by paying out small settlements.
That's when you call Russell and Hill.
Call 800-LAW-0842.
From kickoff to tip-off, it's all happening right here. Derek Strom has your morning sports.
It's certainly nice to see the league and fans recognize how well the Seahawks are playing this season, and this year's selection has a mix of some new and some familiar faces. And first up, the man leading the offense down the field, Sam Darnold. This will be his second straight Pro Bowl appearance. In his first season with Seattle, he ranks 5th in the league for passing yards, 7th in passer rating, and he's tied for 8th with 24 touchdown passes. And one of Darnold's favorite targets is also heading to the Pro Bowl. That's wide receiver Jackson Smith-Njigba. Right now, he leads the league in receiving yards with a franchise record of over 1,600 yards plus 900-yard games. He's also tied for 3rd for most receiving touchdowns. But it's not all about the offense. Defensive powerhouse DeMarcus Lawrence was also selected. He's already a 5-time Pro Bowler who's been creating chaos for offenses all season. Last month against Arizona, he returned not 1 but 2 fumbles for touchdowns. He's also currently tied with the lead on the team with 10 tackles for a loss. Now, cornerback Devin Witherspoon, kick returner Rashid Shaheed, and defensive tackle Leonard Williams have also been selected. On top of all that, 4 others were selected to play as alternates. In studio, Derek Strom, 4 News Now.
All right, Derek, thanks. Well, freshman for the Zags, Lauren Whitaker, been named both freshman and player of the week by the West Coast Conference. In 3 games, Whitaker averaging 19.6 points and 12.6 rebounds. She arrived to Gonzaga from New Zealand, mentored under Zags legend Yvonne Ejim last season. Coach for the women's team, Lisa Fortier, calls Whitaker a huge addition to the roster.
She's a really good player. She's a great add to our team, and I think she's going to be an important part of what we do, each game and for a long time.
Sports director Jack Wallace got to sit down recently with Whitaker and spoke to her about her experience with the Zags so far, and you can find that story up on our website, kxly.com. Good morning, Northwest. Time is 6:26. A massive, deadly explosion decimates a Pennsylvania nursing home. Still to come on Good Morning Northwest, what investigators believe caused the explosion. Plus, local food banks seeing demand rise this time of year. How some of these banks are meeting the need. That's coming up next. But before we go to break, here's your first look at what's coming up on Good Morning America.
In this morning's GMA First Look, a holiday light fight.
It's definitely like a jaw-dropping scene, why are we getting fined for Christmas lights?
Nothing says Christmas like holiday lights.
I can't see.
But who decides how many lights are too many? Sue Pulley and Pahan Salgado tell us they look forward to decorating all year.
Right around Thanksgiving is when we start decorating the outside of our house. And last year we had a big, each year we have big displays called the Salgado Family Christmas Display.
But their homeowners association is saying bah humbug, ordering them to take the lights down or receive a fine of $50 a day.
It's a holiday that's celebrated across the world. And it's how is the HOA supposed to stop that?
What they're doing is just hate.
And coming up at 7 a.m., we'll be hearing more from the Salgado family. With your GMA First Look, I'm Sophie Flay, ABC News, New York.
This holiday, the best gift isn't under the tree, it's on the field. Starting Christmas Day, 2 games on Netflix and Snoop's holiday halftime party. Then it's a primetime showdown on Prime Video. Saturday matchups.
Merry Christmas!
All day Sunday.
Into the clear, through the snow, all the way home!
And Monday wraps it all up.
Unbelievable!
Tear into 4 days of action with the NFL holiday games, starting Christmas Day.
I checked Allstate first and saved hundreds on my car insurance. Unfortunately, I didn't check if doing the Georgia bark at my boss would be appropriate. Go, dogs!
Yeah. So we need to...
Sickle! And it's not. Checking Allstate first was smart. Barking at my boss, dumb. At least I checked Allstate first and saved hundreds.
Hey, Bark Boy.
These guys are crazy.
Live stream KXLY Plus on the 4 News Now app.
4 News Now is brought to you by Parker Toyota.
Set the scene for the season. Bring home comfort and style that feels like you. Create spaces you love coming home to. Many pieces in stock and ready for delivery. The Tin Roof. It's more than furniture, it's a feeling.
Like a relentless weed, moderate to severe Crohn's disease or ulcerative colitis symptoms can keep coming back. Break away to what's possible with Tremfya. With symptom relief as early as 4 weeks, remission at 12 weeks, and lasting remission at 1 year. Some even saw visible healing of the intestinal lining. Serious allergic reactions and increased risk of infections and liver problems may occur. Before treatment, your doctor should check you for infections and TB. Tell your doctor if you have an infection, flu-like symptoms, or if you need a vaccine. Healing is possible with Tremfya. Ask your doctor about Tremfya today.
With irresistibly smooth melting chocolate in every Lindor, you can melt into every holiday moment. This year, bring out Lindor from the Lindt Master Chocolatier.
Set the scene for the season. Bring home comfort and style that feels like you. Create spaces you love coming home to. Many pieces in stock and ready for delivery. The Tin Roof. It's more than furniture, it's a feeling.
From 4 News Now, this is Good Morning Northwest.
Welcome back to the 4 News Now Story Tracker, following the stories people are reading about this morning. The U.S. economy got an unexpected boost last quarter. That's according to the latest gross domestic product report just released by the Commerce Department. The initial reading of third quarter GDP report showed the U.S. economy accelerated at an inflation-adjusted annualized rate of 4.3%. And that's a far faster pace than the 3.8% recorded in the second quarter, and the fastest growth rate in 2 years. Consumer spending and exports were the main contributors to the strong GDP reading, which was delayed a bit due to the government shutdown. The report likely means the Federal Reserve has less need to cut rates to support the economy when it reconvenes next month. Congresswoman Joyce Beatty has filed a lawsuit challenging the addition of President Donald Trump's name to the Kennedy Center. Beatty is an Ohio Democrat and an ex officio trustee of the John F. Kennedy Center for Performing Arts. She says a recent vote by the center's board of trustees to add Trump's name exceeded the authority given to the board by Congress. New signage featuring the president's name was installed the day after the vote. The White House was contacted for comment. In a statement, Beatty said only Congress has the authority to rename the Kennedy Center. And Taylor Swift helping make the holidays a little brighter for some folks in need. The music superstar donated $1 million to Feeding America, the nationwide network of food banks that supports communities across the country. The group's CEO shared the news on social media, saying Swift's generosity, a powerful reminder of what's possible when people come together to fight hunger. And this isn't the first time Swift has stepped up to support the organization. Good morning, Northwest. I'm Rob King, filling in for Robin and Natalie this morning. And filling in for Matt Gray is Mary Sheridan, checking a look at your Christmas holiday travel forecast. Mary?
Good morning, Rob. It's going to be cloudy and rainy this Christmas Eve. Here's a live look outside the Spokane Arena. 37 degrees, so just above freezing, which means all of this rain that we're seeing is not going to turn into snow anytime soon. You can see these showery conditions continue through most of our morning, and the time we're going to see a break is probably going to be around 2 p.m. So if you need to walk the dog, if you need to get out and get out of the house, I don't know if you need a break from your family. Sometimes that happens. That's going to be your best time. So looking ahead, these rainy, showery conditions are going to continue for the next few days. Best chance for a rain-snow mix is on Friday. As you can see, we're getting closer to that average high temperature that we're used to seeing this year. So some clearer, drier, sunnier days are on the way. I'll tell you about that in my full forecast. But here for Wednesday, there's that high I told you about, drier conditions in that late afternoon. And then it's going to be dry and clear for Santa's journey tonight. Rob?
All right, Mary, thanks. A Spokane man accused of intentionally starting a fire to burn down his own apartment happened in the 4100 block of Rowan Avenue this week. 60-year-old Anthony Rungo went before a judge for the first time yesterday afternoon. Now, police say he told a neighbor the day before the fire that he had a death wish. And investigators believe Rungo put a pot of oil on to heat up on the stove and left his apartment with a bag of his belongings. Detectives say they spotted him outside watching the fire, which led to evacuations in the 24-unit complex. Police say Rungo then lied about living there. He was charged with first-degree arson and lying to officers. A deadly blast killing 2 people, injuring 20 others at a nursing home outside Philadelphia. Staff members say they smelled gas days before the catastrophic explosion. ABC's Hannah Battah has more.
This morning, there are new questions after a deadly blast leveled part of a nursing home near Philadelphia.
It was definitely heard like a dynamite explosion.
Officials say firefighters were investigating reports of a gas leak at Silver Lake Nursing Home when the blast occurred.
We believe preliminarily that it was a gas leak that led to that. The explosion was really quite catastrophic.
Emergency crews rushing to the scene, rushing to evacuate the 120 residents and staff as black smoke filled the sky.
It's so devastating, and it's like a big family in there.
And as the rescue unfolded, a second blast occurred. The explosions trapping people inside the building as fires burned.
They pulled many residents out of the building via windows, doors, stuck in stairwells, stuck in elevator shafts. There was one police officer who literally threw 2 people over his shoulders and ran with people to help.
Overnight, officials saying all residents and staff have been found. Authorities are investigating the cause of the blast, but say the gas leak was in the facility's basement. One worker says they complained about a potential gas leak days ago.
On the weekend, we did smell gas, but because there was no heat in the room, so we didn't take it to be anything.
Hannah Battah, ABC News, New York.
Just couldn't leave families without a sense of hope around the holiday season.
Well, dozens of Spokane families received free Christmas gifts yesterday at the Dr. Martin Luther King Jr. Center. The center hosted its first ever toy drive after hearing about families struggling to afford presents this year. Between 3 and 5 in the afternoon, parents chose from hundreds of donated toys, from Spider-Man figures to Barbies and board games. Center also provided food boxes and winter coats for families in need.
It feels really good, actually. We're really blessed to have this place here, so that's really awesome. It was cold waiting in line, but it was totally worth it.
The center's executive director says the call for Christmas assistance louder than ever this year. Organizers also distributed coats from the 4 News Now Coats for Kids drive, helping children stay warm this winter. The center plans to continue helping families throughout the holiday season. And due to the holidays, some food banks in our community seeing a surge in demand. But the Second Harvest Zilch Market making sure that demand is met. The market mimics a real grocery store, makes it possible for small organizations like churches, senior centers, or neighborhood food pantries to pick out items for their community. With Christmas just a few days away, one group that regularly shops at Zilch says it's anticipating a greater need this week.
Decided we need to go on Tuesday because we have Zilch. So it will be, it'll be a lifeline. People, it's at the end of the month, but even at the first of the month, the need is so big.
The goal of the market is to make picking out food a seamless process, allowing these organizations to tailor their items to what they need that week. It also aims to create zero waste and get rid of all the food, so these organizations are able to come as many days a week as they need. Great to see people stepping up this time of year. Good morning, Northwest. Time is 6:38, and if you're hitting the road for Christmas, Mary Sheridan tracking some wet weather today and tomorrow, Mary.
That's right. Expect rain and shower for the next few days, actually, but some drier and colder conditions are just around the corner. That's coming up in my full forecast.
All right, Mary, thanks. And Governor Bob Ferguson backing a new millionaire tax in the state. Still to come, how the governor believes this will help with Washington's affordability crisis. And new aerospace jobs could soon be coming to the inland Northwest. Details on the grant local airplane manufacturers are competing for. It's coming up next.
Plan your day with Matt Gray, only on Good Morning Northwest.
One night in Memphis, the nationally acclaimed tribute concert featuring Elvis, Carl Perkins, Jerry Lee Lewis, and Johnny Cash live at the Coeur d'Alene Casino, Thursday, January 29th.
Winning is just the beginning.
When you don't use Bounce, dryer heat can be a real monster. It turns clothes into static magnets for your hair. Use Bounce to stop it.
Uh-oh.
If you want static-resistant clothes...
Milk?
You got a rumble in your tumble that you don't want to address.
Oh, I don't know.
Don't live in dairy denial. You can have your milk and smile. Lactate's in the real milk aisle. Lactate.
Andy's Heating Cooling guarantees to keep your home safe and warm. Your home and office comfort is Andy's priority. Stay warm this winter with a new heat pump system from Carrier.
So the heating company I called said I needed a new heat pump that would cost over $12,000. A friend said I should call Andy's for a second opinion, and I'm so glad I did. They were honest. All I needed was a reversing valve.
Turn to the experts at Andy's Heating Cooling. Since 1972, thanks to you.
After a car wreck, the longer you wait, the harder it can be to get what you deserve. Don't let big insurance get ahead of you.
Our team acts quickly to handle everything for you.
After my recent accident, I knew I needed help. So I called Craig Swap and Associates. They really fought for me and treated me fairly every step of the way.
Don't wait. Call Craig Swap and Associates today and let us handle it for you. One call, that's all.
509-999-9999.
We raise our hot cocoa mugs to you.
For you to have the most joyous and special holiday. And celebrate with family and friends. Like us. From our GMA family to yours.
Happy holidays!
Ready for action? It's No Holds Barred as King of the Cage features up-and-coming MMA stars battling it out. Live at the Coeur d'Alene Casino Thursday, February 5th. Get your tickets now.
Winning is just the beginning.
Winter is here. From ice storms to thunder snow, the 4 News Now First Alert team looks back at the wildest weather in the inland Northwest, so you're ready for whatever hits next.
Watch Into the Cold tonight at 5 on 4 News Now.
Welcome back. Time right now, 6:41. Washington Governor Bob Ferguson backing a millionaire's tax on high earners, a move he says could bring in billions for the state.
We are facing an affordability crisis. It is time to change our state's outdated, upside-down tax system to serve the needs of Washingtonians today.
The proposal is separate from Ferguson's supplemental budget plan he unveiled yesterday because it would take several years for the revenue to come in. He says the tax could be implemented through a constitutional amendment, but he ruled out a statewide payroll tax for large companies.
I want to be clear that I will not support income tax for people who make less than $1 million in a year.
Ferguson said he would like to use that money to support families and small businesses, and that includes boosting the state's working family tax credit. Ferguson also noted that he expects the plan to face legal challenges. The proposal would need approval from state lawmakers, and the next legislative session begins January 12th.
I'm tracking mostly cloudy and rainy Christmas Eve conditions. Our high is close to 50, so no need for that winter coat, but a raincoat might be a good idea. If you need to get out and take a walk, the best chance for a break-in showers would be after 2 p.m. So make sure that you are staying inside, staying warm, enjoying time with your family. It's going to dry out tonight, so Santa doesn't need to worry about getting rained on.
All right, Mayor, thanks. New aerospace jobs could be coming to the inland Northwest. A group is competing for more than $200 million in federal grant funding for the project. A partnership between several organizations hoping to create a manufacturing center for lightweight airplane parts made of plastic composites. Local manufacturers say there's going to be a massive demand for airplanes, and a tech hub could bring hundreds of jobs to the region and boost the economy.
You have that tech hub here. It will bring OEMs into the area because they're going to want to do development on their own. That would be the Boeings and the Airbuses of the world potentially, or others.
The tech hub here in the inland Northwest competing with 19 other tech hubs across the country. The federal government will announce who's moving on to the next stage of the application process early next year. Good morning, Northwest. Time is 6:43. We'll have another check of weather as we take a live look over downtown Spokane. Mary Sheridan will let you know when the rain's going to break next.
Live stream KXLY Plus on the 4 News Now app.
Post Falls ER and Hospital, open 24/7, providing premium emergency department care without the wait. From your child sports injury to urgent ambulance visits, Post Falls ER features low wait times, efficient procedures, and compassionate care. Plus, we provide state-of-the-art imaging, inpatient care, and accept all commercial insurances. Because in an emergency, every second counts and every life matters. Post Falls ER and Hospital, State Line near Cabela's, minutes away, hours faster.
Magical moments, snowy adventures, warming up, making memories, a winter wonderland. The perfect close-by getaway this winter is Coeur d'Alene, Idaho. Find countless ways to play and plan your escape at cdawinter.com.
This is a real person seeking a solution to a real problem.
Hi, fine, how are you?
Welcome to the Good Feet store. How can I help?
I have plantar fasciitis. My knees hurt, my hips hurt.
And then she was fit with Good Feet arch supports.
I don't feel any pain anywhere.
Good.
Seriously, no pain in my knees, my hips, nothing. This is amazing. I don't want to take them off. It just feels like I'm in heaven. Oh, you're a blessing in disguise.
Try them for yourself with a free arch support fitting at the Good Feet store.
I have something for you.
I have something for you, too.
Get 0% APR on select Sierra 1500 models. ShopDaveSmith.com.
Life is an opportunity to grow, to feel, to excel. Life moves at its own pace, daring you to keep up. Life pushes you to be better, to go farther. Life has you here. We're just here to help.
See what we can do for you with a free personalized arch support fitting at the Good Feet store.
Welcome back. Good morning, Northwest time, 6:46, and we are taking a live look over the NORAD Santa tracker. Santa just leaving Taiwan in the South Pacific, now heading over to the Philippines to give those boys and girls who were good this year their gifts. And by the time he makes his way to the inland Northwest, we should be drying out, and hopefully Santa, not too rainy roofs for him to be standing on.
He's got a lot of work ahead of him before he gets to us, though. If we're
That's true. It is
him this
only
early.
6:45 in the morning,
Yeah,
so he's got time.
he's got a big night ahead of him, but I guess when you work one night a year, that's...
Yeah, he can handle it.
It's a trade-off, yeah.
And unfortunately, not a white Christmas, though, this year.
No, it's not. But let me tell you 4 things you need to know about your Christmas weather. As Rob mentioned, it's going to be a wet and cloudy Christmas Eve. We're going to get some breezy weather this afternoon. And as for Christmas, all that precipitation is going to be coming down in the form of rain and not snow. But that cold and dry weather that we are so familiar with here in the Spokane area is coming ahead this weekend. I'll tell you about that in just a little bit. Let's take a live look at our radar right now. There's that precipitation moving through Spokane and Coeur d'Alene. But taking a look into the future, we're getting a little break right now, but 11 a.m. you can see all of those storm cells. We're going to get lots of rain around that time, but it should clear up in the afternoon. Here's 5 p.m. Even a little bit before that, you can take a break, head outside, get some fresh air. But as you head off to bed and the kids are asleep waiting for Santa to come, clear conditions. And now when everyone's waking up to see what's under the tree at 7 a.m., it's going to be a clear and dry outside, but sporadic showers as we move into our Christmas day. and the wet weather is going to continue for the next few days, actually. So 70% chance rain tomorrow, 60% chance rain Friday, and then it's going to dry out, which, you know, we've been getting a lot of wet weather recently, so I think that's a welcome change for a lot of people. Taking a look at our winds, our gustiest time of day is going to be 3 p.m. with gusts up to 20 to 25 miles per hour, but the baseline wind there should be about 17, but that's really nothing compared to our friends over on the west side. They're in a high wind watch. That's starting in about 15 minutes, actually, 7 a.m. to 7 p.m. Gusts of up to 50 to 60 miles per hour. And closer to home, some winter advisories. We have freezing rain up here in the northern part of our region, Winthrop and Republic, and more wind watch down here, Pomeroy, Lewiston, Nez Perce County. That wind watch is in effect till about 2 p.m. today, so not as long as those on the west side. Looking at our passes, 2 to 4 inches in snow. Qualmy Stevens Pass, as we mentioned, is closed. And then look out in 4th of July, not going to see too much snow accumulation, more of a rain and snow mix because our temperatures are higher than average. This white line is our average, but we're getting closer to that as we move towards our weekend. It's one of our warmest Decembers on record. So, just to remind you, the showery conditions are lasting through Friday, and then the sun is going to come out this weekend. Rob?
All right, Mary, thanks. Good morning, Northwest. Time is 6:49, almost 6:50. We got your morning sprint coming up next. Thanks for waking up with Good Morning Northwest this Christmas Eve morning. We'll be right back.
Live stream KXLY Plus on the 4 News Now app.
4 News Now is brought to you by Satay Bistro.
Escape to Mistaqua Casino Hotel, just north of Spokane on Highway 395 near Chewelah. Enjoy the region's only non-smoking casino, featuring exciting ways to win, delicious food options, and a beautiful hotel to book your next getaway. Relax, rejuvenate, and discover more fun with our hotel amenities, including a sparkling pool, modern fitness center, and a convenient ski locker room designed for guests heading to the slopes. Plan your perfect staycation and book today at Mistaqua.com.
These dishes just aren't getting clean.
Problem isn't your machine. It's likely your detergent. I recommend switching to Cascade Platinum Plus. These new pods dissolve completely and have Dawn, breaking down up to 100% of tough stuck-on foods. Cascade Platinum Plus.
Don't miss your chance to see The Lion King, one of the most awe-inspiring productions ever brought to life on stage.
Give the gift that roars. Coming to Spokane's first Interstate Center this January.
The weather is not looking pretty out there. Be prepared to hunker down because you're probably going to be stuck inside for a while. We've got another hour of
Snow like a pro this winter with Kubota. Get your Kubota and snow implements at any of our 5 Adams Tractor locations or visit us online at adamstractor.com.
I wanted some place that would take care of my current and future needs. I can't imagine living anywhere else.
There's concerns you have with the home. Those concerns are gone. We have a cottage. They do almost everything.
I have a problem and boom, there's somebody at the front door. Everything we need, plus in our cottages.
When I decided it was time for me to leave a big house that I was rambling in around by myself, it was just a kind of a no-brainer.
Nothing comes easy, whether in the garden or the kitchen. Every meal starts with heart, hustle, and a whole lot of hard work. And your finances should work just as tirelessly as you do. Ascend Checking from P1FCU can earn you 3.5% APY with no monthly fees, no gimmicks, just rewards for the work that you're already doing. Because around here, dividends are for the doers. Learn more at p1fcu.org/ascend.
See breaking news in your area or have a story idea? Contact 4 News Now.
It is 6:53 on your Wednesday. Yes, Christmas is tomorrow. Let's get you up, moving, and holiday ready with the Morning Sprint. You can expect rainy and cloudy conditions on the road today, and Mary Sheridan has your forecast. But first, more fallout this morning after the Justice Department releases more than 30,000 additional files tied to convicted sex offender Jeffrey Epstein. Some of those documents reference President Trump and other high-profile men. The Justice Department says some of the newly released materials contains what it calls untrue and sensationalist claims against the president, but hasn't said which documents. Now Epstein's survivors are saying the system failed them, and Democrats are calling for a new investigation into why early warnings were ignored. And for updates on the investigation, you can tune in to Good Morning America.
37 degrees over Spokane. We're going to have showery conditions this morning, and it's going to let up around 2 to 3 p.m. So if you need to get outside, walk your dog, that's the time to do it. These showery conditions are going to continue for the rest of your holiday week, with the best chance for a rain-snow mix on Friday.
The North Central Washington Special Investigations Unit looking into an incident after a man shot and killed while law enforcement serving a search warrant. Happened near Tonasket in Okanogan County on December 19th. Law enforcement says during the execution of the warrant, the suspect was armed with a shotgun and contacted members of the Marshal Service. A shooting occurred between law enforcement and the suspect, who died at the scene. The investigation is ongoing. Spokane police say a suspect in a sexual assault investigation has been arrested in Connecticut. Police department says they began investigating 42-year-old Ryan Cheek back in July over allegations of rape involving a woman he was romantically involved with. SPD says Cheek left Spokane after learning about the investigation, was believed to have returned to his home state of Connecticut, and the U.S. Marshals tracked him down, took Cheek into custody. He now awaits extradition back to Spokane. On the lower South Hill, a section of Washington Street between 8th and 6th Avenues closed while crews repair the roadway. Repairs needed after a water main break last week damaged the asphalt. Crews had to dig up the street to repair the water line, and now they're replacing that asphalt with concrete. It's expected that the road will reopen sometime today. And many of us traveling for the holidays this week, if you're headed west, some closures you want to know about right now. Highway 2 closed both directions on Stevens Pass. The closure extends from just past Leavenworth to Skykomish. People are encouraged to use Snoqualmie Pass, Blewett Pass, and State Route 28 through Quincy for cross-state travel. Closure due to the massive damage caused by recent rain and flooding. Seeing these pictures from DOT, flooding washed out roads in many places. Washington Governor Bob Ferguson said last week Highway 2 could be closed for months for repairs. A Spokane man accused of intentionally starting a fire to burn down his apartment happened yesterday afternoon, 4100 block of Rowan Avenue in Spokane. 60-year-old Anthony Rungo went before a judge for the first time yesterday afternoon, and police say he told a neighbor the day before the fire that he had a death wish. Investigators believe Rungo put a pot of oil onto the heat on the stove, left his apartment with a bag of his belongings. Detectives say they spotted him outside watching the fire, which led to evacuations in the 24-unit complex. Police say Rungo lied about living there. He was charged with first-degree arson and lying to officers. Dozens of Spokane families received free Christmas gifts yesterday at the Dr. Martin Luther King Jr. Center. Center hosted its first ever toy drive after hearing families struggling to afford presents this year. Between 3 and 5, parents were able to choose from hundreds of donated toys, from Spider-Man figures to Barbies and board games. Center also provided food boxes and winter coats for families in need.
It feels really good, actually. We're really blessed to have this place here, so that's really awesome. It was cold waiting in line, but it was totally worth it.
The center's executive director says the call for Christmas assistance louder than ever this year. Organizers also distributed coats from the 4 News Now Coats for Kids drive, helping children stay warm this winter. Due to the holidays, some food banks in our community seeing a surge in demand, but the Second Harvest Zilch Market making sure that demand is met. The goal of the market is to make picking out food a seamless process. It also aims to create zero waste and get rid of all the food so these organizations are able to come as many days a week as they need. The Trump administration set to go after student loan borrowers in default. An Education Department official says the government start garnishing wages of people who have not made a student loan payment in at least 270 days. First notices will go out to those in default during the first week in January. That number expected to increase in the coming months. New aerospace jobs could be coming to the Inland Northwest, a group competing for more than $200 million in federal grant funding for the project. Partnership between several organizations hoping to create a manufacturing center for lightweight airplane plastic parts. Local manufacturers say there's going to be a massive demand for planes in the future. We'll be back with a final check of weather right after this. Thanks for watching.
At 4 News Now, We're part of this community, sharing your stories, listening to your voice, and delivering the news that matters most to you. Numerica believes in and supports that mission.
A penny saved is a lifetime earned. Numerica Credit Union. Money where it matters.
Milk?
You got a rumble in your tumble that you don't want to address.
I don't know.
Don't live in dairy denial. You can have your milk and smile. Lactate's in the real milk aisle. Lactate.
One call, that's all, means we take care of everything after your car wreck.
From dealing with insurance companies to helping you find doctors and repair shops, we're here to guide you from start to finish.
After my car accident, working with Craig Swap and Associates made the whole process so easy. They communicated with me and let me know what the next step was every step of the way.
Call Craig Swap and Associates today. Let us make your recovery simple. One call, that's all.
509-999-9999.
There's a live look over downtown Spokane. Those lights on the arena are so festive. Taking a look ahead at our planning forecast, showery weather Thursday and Friday, but it's going to dry out this weekend and get a little bit colder. That wintry weather that we're used to having here in the inland Northwest is on its way, but sadly, no white Christmas this year. Rob?
All right, Mary, bummer about that. Hopefully next year we can try again, get that white Christmas back. Enjoy the holiday week. Thanks for joining us here on Good Morning Northwest on this Christmas Eve. No morning show tomorrow for Christmas, so enjoy sleeping in. We will here as well. Thanks for watching Good Morning Northwest. Good Morning America starts right now.